1st and 10. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about where they want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And this is complete. It's Allen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Reset. Down. Black 22. Black 22.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal.
Richmond.
A shotgun snap for Watson, escaping the pressure right. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down, being chased out left. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Allen now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Allen will try again on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll toss it to Breida. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Come back. Reset.
Watson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Forced out to his left. It got his man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Gone! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 1st down, Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They run with Breida, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Gone!
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! 90 is a mic!
Throwing again. Allen. Being chased out left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Puts this one through, and that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
To return it is Corey Grant. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Come back, come back.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Richmond. Tiger.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Richmond.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Watson now to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Allen. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far.
Detroit!
This time they face a 3rd and 2.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Detroit!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, all even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19!
Now Allen operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. Looking left side him, he's got a man. It's Campbell. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play here for the Bills. 49 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen.
Just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Breida, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a first down throw, Watson. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
On second down, here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen from the gun, he'll throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Bills have broken the tie.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve. Seven-point lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for Buffalo. 58 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now they'll run it on on the toss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
He'll get it up the middle. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Jay Ajayi hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go. Green 39.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And here comes the Texans now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 57 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Target. Come back.
On 1st down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
On 1st down, it's Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are like...
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Target. Come back.
Now Watson. Being chased out left. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And here's Allen looking to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now it's Watson, flush to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Reset, reset, reset. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again. Buying time to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Richmond, Richmond. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. A limited running. As he'll get about 3 to the 21. Stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play here for the Bills. 52 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. From the gun, Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dylan Cole.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Come back!
Throwing again is Watson. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Target!
Here's Watson throwing on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Texans want to call another timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Bills, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.